to KVA knowledge virus Ayushman. And as you know that this video is all about KVA, and the previous videos that I was making was all about the anatomical positions. And in those videos I had told to you that I am gonna initiate an intriguing video about I had not already told the exact or determined concept that I am gonna make upon, but I had also given you a hint. Okay, so let's initiate the video. Actually, this video is gonna all about the kidney. Okay, so let's initiate the video without wasting any time. So first of all, as you know that we have to first understand or contemplate upon the definition of something upon biological stuff. As like if we are learning something biologically, then we have to first understand, contemplate, and entirely focus upon the definition of it. Okay, I'm not telling you to exactly memorize the definition, but I'm just telling you just understand the definition. Okay, so the definition is very simple. The definition is the kidney is a bean-shaped organ. The kidney is a bean-shaped organ that purifies blood, maintains fluid, electrolyte balances, and produces important hormones. Okay, so don't worry about the complex biological kidney words, because as we will move forward, you will acquire or get to know a lot about the definition here. Okay, so let's initiate the elaboration or exact elaboration here. So first of all, you knew the definition, and now we will understand the structure, the position, and the location of the kidney. Okay, so first of all, let's glimpse or emphasize our whole attention upon the shape of the kidney. The shape of the kidney is bean, as you know. Okay, the kidney is like a bean-shaped organ, and there are two structures in it. So the first structure is that it has a convex lateral border and concave medial border. Okay, so now let's jump to the average size. Why only average size? Average size because every person has distinctive kind of average sizes upon their kidneys. Okay, so we can't determine any particular determined size of the kidney of any kind of person. Okay, so they vary from ages to ages and distinctive peoples to peoples. Okay, so the average size is that the kidney is about 10 to 12 centimeter long, 5 to 7 centimeter wide, and 3 centimeter thick, which actually varies from age. That is the veritable thing. And now let's move to the another point. The another point is that weight. Okay, the weight also varies. Okay, so I'm just telling the weight of the kidney in adults. In adults, the weight of the kidney is 120 to 160 grams actually. Okay, so that is actually the normal and spontaneous weight of the kidney in most of the adults. Okay, so now let's jump to the surface of the kidney. As you know, in the previous consecutive or frequent videos that I was making upon the anatomic position and directional terms concept, I had told you that there is something like anterior, posterior, which are actually the directional terms. So here, in the case of surface in this circumstance, here the kidney has also the anterior, which faces the viscera, means the belly, and the posterior abdominal wall. So the part or surface of the kidney which faces the viscera is known as the anterior, and the part or component of the kidney which faces the posterior abdominal wall is known as the posterior part of the kidney. So now let's jump to the poles. And also I had told you that there is something like superior and inferior. Superior means the upper part of the kidney where adrenal gland is present, and the below part of the kidney is called inferior. So now it's all about the border now. So the border I have also said in the row of the shape. Okay, so the border is that there is like something concave medial border where the helium of the kidney is present, and convex lateral border. Okay, so you will get to know a lot about this in the latter elaboration that I'm gonna make in distinctive or consecutive frequent videos upon the kidney. So now let's move to the filtration. Okay, so the exact filtration we actually do in our kidney. Okay, so let's move forward in it. So why are kidneys actually important? Okay, so in this elaboration you will get to know that why are really kidney important. Kidney are important in many ways, okay, in many assessments. So the first row can be filtration. Yeah, filtration. So filtration is the process in kidney in which toxins are removed. Okay, toxins, urea, uric acid. These are harmful chemicals present in our body, and these are removed by the help of the kidneys. Okay, so I think you got me. Okay, the first row is completed. So why I am only telling something like rows? Okay, so you can see in this picture that I provided you. Okay, so this is a very clear diagram, and in this you will get to know that uh, very small steps about the kidney. Why are kidney really important? So very tably, why are they important? Okay, so the first row is demonstrating that there is something like filtration. Okay, so filtration is telling that in the process of filtration, the kidney removes toxins, urea, uric acid from the blood. Okay, in the next row you can see osmoregulation. Okay, osmoregulation really means that it's actually a process. It's a process for maintaining the water salt balance in our body. Okay, so the next row is illustrating you that the acid base balance. Okay, in the acid base balance, what is happening? The this process is just controlling the pH of blood. Okay, the pH of blood. pH means the measurement, the calculation, the contemplation of the acid base balance. Okay, so that's all what. Then in the next row you can see that there is something like controlling blood pressure. Okay, blood pressure control you can see. So in this in this process the kidney is producing or secreting renin. Okay, it's like an enzyme, you can just perceive it as. Okay, in the next row you can see there is in the next row you can see there is RBC's production. Okay, in the RBC production we can see that here the kidney is producing erythropoietin. Okay, the kidney is producing erythropoietin which is triggering the bone marrow. Okay, which is triggering the bone marrow, and as a result or in the consequence there is the RBCs are producing, the RBCs are generating or originating from that case or from the scenario of circumstance. Okay, I think you acquired me. I think you got me what I'm saying. So now is the last and overlook. It's the last. Okay, it's the end of this video. Okay, in this you will get to know that means the overlook. Okay, and in the next video that I'm gonna make upon the second chapter, in that chapter you will get to know all this in very detailed. Okay, so now let's move to the external anatomy to the kidney. Okay, external anatomy of the kidney. External anatomy. Okay, so the first one is that the means the renal. Okay, so can you guess what is that actually? So that's actually the renal capsule. Okay, so in simple definition you can say that the renal capsule is a tough and fibrous layer which is directly adhering to the surface of the kidney. Okay, which is directly adherent to the surface of the kidney. Okay, so it is actually helpful for the mechanical protection of the kidney, and also it maintains the shape of the kidney. This is very simple, I think. Or in normal words you can understand that it is a tough. Okay, it is a tough layer, it's a tough fibrous layer. Means it is a dense irregular connective tissue with fibroblasts and collagen. Okay, this is the normal clinical note that you can understand or note down in a copy. Okay, so now there comes renal cortex where the filtration begins, and in the next row you will get to know there is renal medulla. Okay, means the medulla where the filtration continues again and again. Okay, where the filtration moves ahead, moves forward. Okay, and at the end there is actually this is that this much is only there, but there is something final touch up, yeah, that actually includes the pelvis, okay, which is the part of the means you, what is that actually called? That is actually, you know, that ureters, okay. This is a very simple term you have also heard in a book, you have also seen or studied in a book. So here, pelvis, okay, renal pelvis, which is actually formed by a lot of major calyces. Or in a simple definition, in simple sentences, you can say that uh, here the renal pelvis is the collision of a lot of major calyces present in our kidneys. Okay, so actually I think I also hope that you get to know a lot about the kidney in this video, and I suggest you or advise you that give a comment that increases my level of excitement and intriguing, so that I will make a lot of videos like this, very informative. Yeah. So this is actually the end of video. Thank you all.